Buddha doesn't refer to a name. It refers to a state of mind. Nirvana refers to the state of self-realization. Nirvana implies losing the cause of sorrow. 150 disciples of Buddha attained nirvana at the mere sight of Buddha's face.
Buddha said, "The state of nirvana is not my property alone. Anybody can attain it by making an effort." Buddha's teaching essence is, you will attain the state of nirvana only if you experience independent happiness, that is, unbroken peace, unending peace, independent peace, endless peace at the time of death. If the peace in your experience is not dependent upon the world or the people and is not 99% but is 100% peace, then you will not get rebirth. Why won't you get rebirth? It is because you don't require a body. When you are not hungry, you will not eat. When you are not thirsty, you will not drink. Similarly, when you don't require a body and are experiencing the required happiness, you will not get rebirth. There is mathematical accuracy in whatever Buddha says. Whether or not you will get rebirth is decided on your last day, also called Judgment Day. What we usually experience is pleasure only and is not happiness. Happiness is not dependent upon any object, person, property, domestic people, or society. When you get such independent happiness, there is no requirement for a body. You will not have rebirth if you can experience endless peace, joy, and endless bliss on your last day. What is the logic behind not getting a rebirth is that you will not require a body.
Buddha said, to attain the state of nirvana, you walk alone. Why do you need people to accompany you? Do people accompany you after death? You may earn hundreds of crores of rupees and pass it on as an inheritance to those who may not even care to come till the burial ground after your death.
When anyone asked Buddha about life after death, he replied, "If you make a little self-inquiry, you can realize that the one whom you consider would travel after death doesn't exist even now."
Buddha is referred to as the rebel child of Hinduism. In the age of Buddha, many rituals and sacrifices were performed in the name of God that distanced people from their indwelling God. Buddha avoided taking the name of God as the mind got extroverted in the name of God. Buddha criticized the superstitions and rituals within Hinduism. Hence he is referred to as the rebel child of Hinduism.
Buddha preached the methodology of experiencing the self within the heart without the help of any mediators. The following example of Buddha can be considered to understand that everything is but a thought. When a person told Buddha that God doesn't exist, Buddha said, "You are right." After 10 days, another person told Buddha that God exists, and Buddha replied, "You are right." Buddha agreed with both of them. After 10 days, another person came to Buddha and asked him, "Few people say that God exists, and few people say that God doesn't exist. What is the truth, whether God exists or not?" Then Buddha replied, "Accepting the existence of God is a thought, and rejecting the existence of God is also a thought. When the ego or the first thought merges with its source, the self, the thought itself doesn't arise. Where does your doubt regarding God's existence or non-existence arise? Why should you go to the extent of the source? In a deep sleep itself, where is the question of God? In a deep sleep, you are formless, mindless, worldless, and godless. There is someone within you who questions the existence of God. If you remove him, there is none to question the existence of God. You believe that God exists, but you have not yet transcended the suffering. Does it serve the purpose if you say that the doctor has operated well? However, the patient has expired. Buddha never proclaimed whether God existed or not. He always remained neutral. Suppose he declared that God exists, people would start performing various rituals. Buddha did not tell you the stories from epics. Though you may possess a lot of wealth, you will lose your body one day or the other. Buddha attempted to take you to the sorrow-less and suffering-less state without the interference of mediators. The mediators might disturb such a state. Therefore, Buddha suggested you attain it directly. If required, you can take guidance. But if your peace depends on external circumstances, how permanent is such peace? Lord Krishna and Jesus Christ, both of them, performed miracles. However, it is Buddha only who never performed any miracles. But, on the other hand, Buddha had the power to perform innumerable miracles. For example, suppose there are any beautiful women amongst you. Buddha could create women with much more beauty. But Buddha did not want to extrovert you all toward the world by performing miracles. Instead, Buddha intended to take you all to an unworldly state beyond the physical plane.
As per Gandhi Ji, there is nothing to criticize about Buddha. However, Buddha gave less importance to the work than required, unlike the Bhagavad Gita, which stresses the need to work. Due to Buddha's immeasurable love and compassion for humanity, he always tried to awaken humanity into the bliss related to nirvana or the supreme consciousness. In this process, he may have ignored other aspects, like the importance of the need to work.
Buddha did not encourage bhajans and singing because he felt they incited emotion within the mind. The more you get emotional, the more you lose your intelligence and discriminating faculty.
Buddha lived for 80 years. When he reached 75, Buddha's ability to walk came down due to old age. His body shook while walking, so Buddha felt that he needed a personal attendant. Unlike Bhagavan and Sri Ramakrishna, Buddha did not stay in a single place but traveled from place to place throughout the country. So when his disciples assembled before him, Buddha said, "My body stumbles when I try to walk, so I will need a personal attendant." Then a disciple got up and said, "I am willing to take the role of your attendant." But Buddha replied, "You sit down." Then another disciple also got up and offered personal services like providing water, food and helping during the walk, etc. But Buddha again replied, "You sit down." Both of the disciples were teachers. Buddha's intention was not to involve the teachers in his service, as it disturbed their teaching and eventually led to their giving up teaching. Buddha gave more importance to teaching compared to his physical service. Anand was Buddha's stepbrother who could not teach. He could do physical work but was not habituated to teaching. So Anand stood up and offered his services. Buddha consented and said, "Yes." Anand evolved so much during his service to Buddha that even before Buddha asked for water, he would provide Buddha with water. Due to his intuition, Anand became aware of Buddha's thirstiness even before Buddha expressed it.
Once, Sri Nanagaru met an old woman residing in Kashi for several years. Sri Nanagaru asked her, "Some people declare Buddha to be an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Do you accept the same?" The old woman replied, "I am not concerned about the religion of Buddha. I don't care whether Buddha was a Hindu or not. Buddha is useful in our purification." Later Sri Nanagaru said, "I was very much satisfied with her answer."
Once, a devotee asked Sri Nanagaru, "I cannot overcome my anger. What shall I do?" Sri Nanagaru replied, "Look into the serene eyes of Buddha. Your anger will subdue slowly."
When someone criticized Buddha for visiting his father when he fell sick, Sri Nanagaru said, "Such people only are referred to as fault finders." Shuddhadana was breathing his last breath and desired to see Buddha. A message was sent to Buddha accordingly. As Buddha was nearby, he visited his father. Buddha possessed universal love. As part of such a universal love, he loved even his father. What is there to find fault with? Unable to see Buddha's love, they are trying to find fault with Buddha. They are immersed in ignorance to such an extent.
Though I had never adored Lord Buddha, though I had never honored Lord Buddha, though I had never saluted Lord Buddha, when I sat under the tree at Sarnath where Lord Buddha gave his first teaching, Lord Buddha flooded me with his compassion, and I got drowned in it. Is there any reason behind this compassion? No, there is no reason behind Buddha's compassion for me. Only love and compassion beyond reason are true. Love and compassion, due to some reason, are not true.
Once, a France lady saw Sri Nanagaru in Sarnath and felt greatly rejoiced as if she had seen the modern Buddha. She was unaware of the language, but still, she got attracted to Sri Nanagaru and forced herself out of the crowd resembling a shot-down arrow. On seeing Sri Nanagaru, she burst into tears. Looking at her devotion, Sri Nanagaru said, "It is love at first sight." I was surprised by how the France lady recognized me, how she is enjoying my presence. None of you devotees can do so. Too much familiarity has become a constraint. Again, to console the devotees, Sri Nanagaru said, "If you respect me in excess, you will be distanced from me."
Lord Krishna said, "Whenever righteousness declines, I will incarnate to reform human behavior and enhance human dignity." However, Buddha said, "Whenever righteousness declines, another Buddha will incarnate." He never said, "I will reincarnate." Buddha implied, what you need is light. How does it matter as to what is the source of light? Whether possessed by me or you, a rupee note has the same value. Therefore, another Buddha will reincarnate to reform you if required. Self-knowledge should not be restricted to Buddha alone. Prostrations to the future jnanis. It is completely impersonal behavior.
You must enjoy Buddha's knowledge, glory, peace, and sweetness. All of you must attain the state of Buddha. If you become modern Buddha, you will continue to experience peace even after the death of your body. Such peace is not dependent on the existence of your body. A quote from Sadhguru Sri Nanagaru's speech.
You're the wind beneath my wings, the greatest painter of the sky. Every presence of your light fill me through my core. You're one true love in my heart, cleansed every inch of my bones. Unfailing love that you give in my very eyes. Wipe away my emptiness. You wipe away my biggest fear. I'm always in peace because Lord Buddha loves me. I am here and I am now. I'm surrounded by happiness. I'm fulfilled because Buddha loves me. You're the wind beneath my wings, greatest painter of the sky. Every presence of your light fill me